possession. Sean Argente, as you mentioned earlier, the guy who almost tied the game at the end via a long ball, missing on the first shot. Unang possession para sa Red Lions ngayon.
First possession pa lang ng JRU, Argente agad ang umatake. And I think this is really his team already. I know he's still young, pero maagang nabigay sa kanya responsibility na dalhin itong JRU squad.
Meanwhile, Sahonia unable to connect properly with Zed Etule as we take a look at our officials on your screens. We have referees Bermeo, Moreto, and Talplacido. Panapanaan underneath, and Ivan Panapanaan is able to score.
And that was the second time na itong JRU went to that dribble handoff on the right side. I think early in this game, they really want to attack that paint and challenge those big guys of San Beda.
Jimmy Reyes against Argente. Interesting matchup right here. Sahonia launches from the outside.
It's good that you mentioned a very interesting matchup nga itong si Reyes and Argente, because I've seen Reyes play and he's very effective. I think he's a rookie, pero he's really up for the challenge.
Phil-Am point guard, Jimmy Reyes. And again, Ivan Panapanaan. Dito siya nabubuhay, Renzo. This is where he makes his bread in the paint.
You're right, no? Itong si Panapanaan. Nabubuhay sa paint sa mga drop passes sa kanya and yung mga handoff na downhill attack na lang. And you have to give credit to Argente as well. Yan yung isang pwedeng flavor na pwedeng i-add ni Argente sa kanyang laro, yung passing. Kasi we all know he can score.
And especially in the last game, tying his career high 27 points. Kaya ngayon, siguradong markado yan si Sean Argente.
Tama. And that's why I mentioned na it's really something that he could add into his game. Kasi last time, 27 points siya pero 0 assists siya. So kung makaka-assist pa siya sa game na to, mas magiging malaking problema for San Beda.
Jimmy Reyes finding Celso. Pati si Jimmy Reyes nahanap yung kanyang big man. Alright, let's get our first courtside update. Punta natin si Flo Del Agua.
Para sa mga bedistang nakasubaybay, unfortunately, still no captain in sight for the Red Lions as Andrada is still completing his recovery for his shoulders. But this doesn't mean the ship doesn't have directions. Kanina lang sabi sa akin ni Yukian, in lieu of himself, he expects Brian Sahonia to step in. Nung kinamusta ko naman si Brian about this additional role, sabi niya, sakto, dahil leadership talaga yung workout ko this season. Dagdag ni Brian, nakukulangan kasi siya kapag offensive at defensive lang ang skills. Dapat daw meron kang boses, meron kang command para mahawa din ng teammates mo. So for San Beda today, there may be missing crew members, but all is well as long as they all steer towards the same destination. Gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Flo. And as evidenced by the last game, nakita natin na kahit wala ka rin ang captain na si Yukian Andrada, who's nursing a left shoulder injury, they are A-okay with this deep lineup that they have.
But not just their last game, even their first game, wala kasi si Jomel Puno, which is a very big weapon for them as well. Pero dominating wins yung dalawang panalo nila. So that tells you something about how Coach Yuri is running this team, kung gaano kaganda yung sistema nila.
Meanwhile, Justin Lozano sinks the free throw. JRU ahead 7-5. Early substitution here, Jimmy Reyes coming out for Benny Estacio.
That's actually interesting, no? Kasi itong si Reyes, dalawang assist agad. I think dalawa or tatlong assist agad yung nabigay niya, pero inupo agad siya ni Coach Yuri.
Sahonia missing on the floater. Celso draws the foul.
Ito rin yung magandang improvement na to ni Celso, no? Parang katulad lang yung last na na-cover natin from Perpetual si Nunez. Talagang ang laki na rin ng dinevelop, ang laki ng dinagdag sa kanyang laro.
Two free throws for Joe Celso.
Celso short on the first free throw. Celso last year started 12 of 18 games, but only averaged 2.2 points per outing and 2.3 rebounds. But a lot of the stuff that he does not really show up on the stat sheet. A big body, plays with a lot of energy.
Yes, if you have a big guy like like Celso. Wide body kasi, so yung screens niya lahat tatama talaga yan. And even if hindi niya makuha yung mga rebounds on that rebounding battle, yung box out niya kasi kaya niyang i-box out dalawang tao.
Kumbaga, yung presence niya malaking bagay na. Just his presence alone, being 6'4".
Now itong JRU in the zone.
Bonzalida launches a 3 short. And the ball will go back the other way to the Heavy Bombers.
Well, that was a great change-up sa defense itong JRU. Hindi ready yung Red Lions that time. That's why they were forced to take that 3-pointer.
Lozano. Argente. Ball swings to Peñaverde. Here's Sean Argente. Argente knew that his shot was off. Decided to crash the boards following his shot.
Medyo minadali niya yung tira that time. I think naaalala niya pa yung last game niya na mainit pa siya. So he was just checking kung okay pa ba.
Panapanaan. Now, nakadikit na si Penny Estacio kay Argente. And Argente knows how to get the big man to switch up on him. Sean Argente just a little bit short on the spin.
And this is something San Beda could really do, yung pag-switch nila kasi pantay-pantay yung height.
Zed Etule.
And how about this by Zed Etule, the transferee, making his presence felt.
And that's your 4 guy grabbing that rebound and bringing the ball down the court and getting that layup. So that's napakalaking bagay niyan for San Beda.
Sahonia. Estacio. Estacio to Brian. Brian Sahonia on the drive. Bonzalida with the rebound. Penny on the move. Penny looking for Celso, but an interception by Panapanaan.
I think yung skip kay Etule yung mas open that time. Pero if you have a guy like Celso kasi diving down low, talaga makikita mo siya eh.
Sahonia using the Celso screen, passing it to Etule. Bonzalida, binalik dito kay Estacio. Penny from the free throw line. A good box out there by Panapanaan.
Well, that was a good shot by Penny Estacio. Yun talaga yung binibigay ng defense eh. Naka-drop coverage yung big man sa kanya.
Humingi na ng substitution itong si Joe Celso. Sumenya sa bench, and now Coach Yuri calling Bismarck Lina. Meanwhile, Lozano drains a 3. The JRU Heavy Bombers making an early statement. They lead San Beda 10-7.
Coming in for the Heavy Bombers, Ashanti Miller is Puno coming in for the Red Lions.
The 6'4" rookie from California, who Prince Rivero called the saving grace, Jonty Miller, and that two-handed dunk put the exclamation point on his 22-point outing against the Letran Knights in his first San Beda Letran experience.
So Jonty Miller was just too much for Letran that game. And if you have a 6'4" wing guy like Jonty Miller who can shoot, who can drive, who can throw that ball down, talagang matchup problem eh. Sasakit talaga ang ulo mo when you're going up against a guy like Jonty Miller.
Jonty Miller, part of a long list of Phil-American wingmen. You can go back, Davon Potts, James Quecote, and now it's his time. And what a start to his NCAA career.
Yes, I was about to say na James Quecote nga talaga yung naalala ko sa kanya. Pero mas malaki ng konti itong si Miller.
And Jomel Puno is also on the floor for San Beda now. Oh, what a combination. Meanwhile, Bismarck Lina short on that jump hook.
Ito din yung problema ng mga team sa lineup ng San Beda. If they put Jomel Puno sa 4 spot, para silang naka 4 guards eh. Pero yung size kasi ni Puno, kayang bumantay talaga ng mga big man.
Sahonia. There's Jomel Puno. Oh, Puno missing on the short back shot. And going back to what you were saying, si Jomel, sa Canada kasi gwardya yan eh. As Salvador shoots over the 6'6" Puno.
Salvador, mainit pa rin. Itong dalawa si Salvador, si Argente, and even Lozano pala. Sila yung may init last game and still hot on the 3-point area.
Those 3 players that you just mentioned, Renzo, sila yung naka-double digits para sa JRU.
And I'm sure they're gonna be heavily guarded for this game. I'm sure itong si Coach Yuri, talagang na-scout na itong tatlong to. So it's really up for the other guys how they're gonna step up for those 3 guys.
Pana-panaan. Salvador. Nabitawan ang bola. Here comes Puno. One man to beat. Jomel Puno spins and Jomel Puno finishes on the break.
This is what I'm saying, na si Jomel Puno naglalaro ng 4 spot for them. Pero guard to eh.
Yep.
Yung skill set niya, pang guardia. It's just that yung size niya kasi pwedeng big man eh.
And if you're Jomel Puno presenting to coaches on how you want to play, that is Exhibit A.
And it's funny because this is already the quick lineup of Coach Yuri. And usually kasi pag sinabi mo quick, maliliit eh.
Ang laki ni Jomel Puno. Lamelo ball ang datingan. Pag nagbababa ng bola.
And you have John T. Miller on the 3. And Brian Sahonia on the 2. So this is really a big but quick lineup.
Exhibit A of Jomel Puno as a point guard. Now, how can you stop that? He's 6'6", he's got handles, and he's got the size and strength to finish on the break.
I think you just have to put a body on him early. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng papwiluhin talaga. Talking about Jomel Puno.
Meanwhile, John T. Miller at the 9. Coming off that 22-point outing against the Knights.
Talagang professional scorer. Gandang si John T. Miller.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying about him. That he is the next great scorer, not just for San Beda, but in the NCAA.
Yes, kasi mahirap i-match up eh. Dahil he can dribble the ball, he's big, he's strong. So, medyo mahirapan ka talagang mahanapan ng scheme to slow him down.
Meanwhile, a foul here at the 3-minute mark. Coach Nania Pontulan calls a timeout. His team is holding on to a 2-point lead. Sean Argente, now the leader of this suicide squad, so to speak. The Heavy Bombers from JRU, and he matched his career high 27 in the last game, which he set in the previous year.
Just like what I'm saying, itong si Sean Argente, we all know he can score and he's really up for those big moments. He had 27 points last game against a veteran team, EAC. Pero yun nga ang sinasabi ko kanina nung pregame na it's really the challenge for Sean right now to involve the other guys. Kasi alam naman natin na kaya niyang miscore. Pero yung alam din ng buong NCAA yun. That's why they're really gonna pressure him heavy. They're gonna put out schemes para ma-slow down siya. So kailangan niya makahanap ng ibang way na makascore pa rin but at the same time involve yung buong team niya.
At kakasabi mo lang sa akin bago tayo bumalik sa ere na may 3 assist na itong si Sean Argente.
Oo, and for San Beda, 2 assist pa lang. So, ngayong first quarter pa lang, maganda na yung tinatakbo ni Sean. Mas mataas na yung assist niya kumpara sa buong squad nitong San Beda.
Estacio against Salvador. Estacio gets it back from Lina. Shanti. Lina in the post where he does his best work. Lina. Shanti with the rebound. Kalimak back in the fray. Just a little bit too strong on that shot. Ang hirap reboundan itong San Beda when you have 6'6" Puno and the 6'6" or 6'4" Miller.
I was about to say na very capable scorers itong San Beda. So, it's really hard to challenge them and make them miss. And kapag nag-miss naman sila, tulad ng sabi mo, sobrang hirap rebound.
Jomel. Bismarck. 7 on the shot clock. Bismarck, power move. Oh! Niluwa lang. Puno. Finding Jonty Miller underneath.
I love the aggressiveness of Bismarck Lina trying to dominate the paint area, pero that was his second miss already. Although he's aggressive and that's good for San Beda. You just have to finish those shots. This is also the problem for other teams if they go up against San Beda. Kasi itong si Jonty Miller, sinasabi nga natin na professional scorer siya. So kapag nahihirapan siyang makakuha ng field goal, he just really attacks that paint and get his points from the free throw line.
Speaking of free throws, Jonty was 5 for 6 against Netran. Handoff. Lorenaria passing into the corner. Garupil, the transferee from Netran, missing on the fadeaway.
Good defense for San Beda that time. Doon mo makikita na maganda talaga yung scouting.
Oh! Jonty Miller inabangan ni Lorenaria.
That was a good block by Lorenaria. Pero going back to that defense, as we see the block of Lorenaria to Jonty Miller. Pero going back to that defensive play nga of San Beda, talagang alam nila yung tendencies eh. As soon as nakuha ni Garupil yung bola sa labas, nasa kanan na agad itong si Gonzalez. So alam natin na nag-scouting talaga ng maigi.
Panoorin natin muli. What a cut by Bismarck Lina. Good find by Nigel Gonzalez.
Two guys went out to Jonty Miller that time, kaya nakita ni I think that was Celso yung slip, or that was Lina, I'm sorry.
Celso nagpapalik sa ating laro.
And it's really a problem for JRU because you take out Celso, Lina comes in. So pareho yung frame, pareho yung activity.
This is the deepest San Beda lineup in years. Kaya ready sila to try to reclaim the crown.
Wala pa ang kanilang kapitan dyan na si Yukien. Na wide din yung frame pero sa labas naglalaro.
Well, last year, they really missed Jacob Cortez, that guy that you could give the ball to in the end game. In the beginning, Brian Sahonia looked to be that guy. But then he kind of faded towards the end of that season. But now you have Sahonia, who looks like he has learned and is more mature and has been consistent so far, dinagdagan mo pa ng Miller.
It's good that you mentioned nga yung development nito ni Isa Oña. He's very calm, lalo na itong start ng season na to. Talagang he's just trying to lead the San Beda squad na merong mga piyesa eh. Kailangan mo lang ng isang ball handler talaga, which you mentioned nga na Jacob Cortez yung role na yun eh.
Salvador. Less than a minute to play in the first period. Salvador shoots over Uno. Oh my goodness! The bank is open.
That was a gutsy shot by Salvador because I believe he had nowhere to go because Puno was all over him pero he still made that shot. And I think he called board.
Miller. Kaliman. Gonzalez. Miller, short. I spoke too soon. He got the lucky bounce.
And one thing na nagiging problema rin sa mga defender nito ni Miller is yung mid-range game eh, na hindi masyadong binabantayan.
That's the luckiest bounce if I ever saw one. Parang inigop ng ring. Kaya lang, pagkatapos ng ating first quarter, lamang pa rin ng Jose Rizal University Heavy Bombers. 90 underway as we are live from the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. This is NCAA Season 101, Building Greatness. Anton Rojas together with Renzo Navarro, and we also have Flo Del Agua reporting from courtside. Celso missing on the jump hook as Edule could not track down the basketball.
That was a good execution for San Beda, but I think that was the third point blank miss para sa mga big men nila. And pwede bang ako na bumati dito sa bossing ko, Boss Alan Laico ng LPU. Talagang galit na galit sa akin yan na hindi ko siya na-mention eh.
Oh yan, nakabawi ka na. Salvador.
And you have to love the aggressiveness of Salvador. Alam niya na very well scouted sila ng San Beda, pero he's just trying to find a way to score pa rin and to attack that paint area.
Tsaka nakita niya, si Nigel yung bumabantay sa kanya eh. Magkakampihan dati nung high school sa Mapua.
Kaya may konting challenge.
Herrera, meanwhile, shooting it over Zed Edule. Oh, these JRU Heavy Bombers are giving their opponents headaches here in Season 101.
And even defensively, they're changing up on defense. Kanina naka-zone sila, naka 1-3-1, tapos biglang nagmaman-to-man. So medyo ako-confused yung San Beda.
Valloses from the Red Cubs basketball program missing on the three-point attempt. Celso missing on the jump hook. Herrera. Salvador. Sarmiento. Sarmiento on the drive. Sarmiento blocked by Celso. Garupil mula sa kanto, wala. And now we go to Flo Del Agua for this courtside update.
Anton and Renzo, pansin nyo ba, kahit panay bata itong JRU, they never acted like it. Every time they go inside the court, may angas, may asta. As if their body language is telling us na kahit San Beda ang kalaban namin, we were once kings of the NCAA as well. Coach Nani told me earlier actually how he instilled this mentality sa kanyang players. He told them, lahat kayo scholars na marunong mag-basketball na naglalaro sa same tournament. So who says we're not all the same? That's how Coach Nani did it. He made his players realize that the playing field is equal and history is rewritten every season. Back to you guys.
As Flo ended her report, right on cue, Lozano drains a triple as we see the Season 77 MVP, now the head coach of JRU, Coach Nani Apondulan. And you have some insight on being a player of Coach Nani, Renzo.
Well, yes, that's really the personality of Coach Nani. Talagang hindi siya natatakot sa mga big names, sa mga big school. And sobra niyang nire-respeto yung mga ganong disadvantage niya. That's why one way to show respect para sa kanya is to play really hard against those schools, those players na may mga big names.
Gonzalez. Gonzalez on the attack. Nigel Gonzalez with a power move.
Veteran na rin talaga itong si Gonzalez. Kasi past few possessions nila, kitang-kita niya na nahihirapan na sila mag-execute. That's why that possession, he took him by himself na eh.
Salvador. Carupil for 3. Steven Carupil drains another one. And JRU establishes a 9-point advantage with 6 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Panoorin natin itong huling tira na to. This was that fadeaway over Etule. You know, the thing about JRU is, hindi mo alam kung saan manggagaling yung puntos pag nasa bench si Sean Argente.
Oh, and yun yung mas mahirap eh. Kasi manghuhula ka kung sinong dedepensa mo, sinong i-cover mo. And nakita naman natin yung scorers nitong JRU na talagang ready lang sila eh.
Look at that handsome man. Mr. Paul Supan from Jose Rizal University, Mancom representative looking spiffy.
I believe, hindi lang masyadong halata pero masayang-masaya siya sa performance ng kanyang mga bata ngayon.
Gonzalez swings it. Lina. Gonzalez, short. And clearly on the eye test, Renzo, mas malaki, mas matangkad itong mga bedista. Pero itong mga Rizalians, right now they are just out-hustling the Red Lions.
Oh, I think what Coach Nani did is, alam niyang malakas rebound itong San Beda, kaya siya nagzo-zone para mas madali lang mag-gang up yung mga rebounder ng San Beda sa ilalim.
Samantala, Zed Etule play big, and that's what San Beda has to do. Play like their size. You know, they're big, so they should be playing big.
That's actually what they've been doing ever since nag-start yung laro. They're really attacking that paint area, pero meron ng 4 na point-blank misses itong mga big men nila.
Coach Yuri Escueta, behind him, long-time team manager, Coach Jude Roque. There you see Etule, one of San Beda's prized recruits.
Well, that's really one way to attack that zone. Kailangan pagkalawin mo muna yung mga players dun sa areas nila, tsaka mo sila atakihin.
Puntos para kay Bismarck Lina. So that's back-to-back baskets in the paint for the Red Lions.
Kasi kanina, they're really trying to shoot those 3-pointers, which is a zone breaker as well. Pero one way to attack nga talaga is, one way to score against a zone is really attack that paint eh, para mawala sila sa mga areas nila. Kasi if you're playing a zone, you're defending an area.
And a great job by Nigel Gonzalez para set-upan itong si Bismarck Lina, who completes the 3-point play.
That's why I'm saying na veterano na talaga itong si Gonzalez, because he's just very patient attacking that zone.
Lance Christopher Benitez is now in for JRU. Yuri Nicolai Duque, number 5 point guard, is also in. Argente, nabitawan ng bola pero natapik ng isang bedista.
Like what we said earlier, Argente is gonna be heavily guarded by the whole San Beda squad. And yung maganda na yung depensa ni Gonzalez that time, pero naka-atake pa rin si Argente. Ready agad yung mga help defense.
Duque. What a pass to Benitez. Na late doon si Bismarck, kaya lang masyadong malalim. Itong si Benitez.
That was actually a good recovery for San Beda. Libre na doon.
Another one for Mr. Bismarck Lina. What a setup right there. Panoorin natin muli. This is the perfect execution of a screen and roll to the basket. Sahonia finding Lina.
Na late yung tagger ng defense doon sa may weak side. And Sahonia reading that very well. And yun yung sinasabi natin about Sahonia na talagang mas kalmado na siya ngayon, mas leader na yung approach niya ngayon sa laro.
Back-to-back three-point plays completed by Bismarck Lina. And now he has 7 points. Actually make that 8 points to lead all Red Lions in scoring. Duque. 5 segundo natitira sa shot clock. Duque. Argente has to shoot. Argente, long ball. Lina with the board.
Great defense that time for San Beda. Talagang hindi na nila pinapayagan mag-execute ng madali itong JRU.
Offensive rebound para kay Lina at babalik si Bismarck sa free throw line.
Nagising itong si Bismarck Lina. No? Really trying to make up for those point-blank misses. Really going for those offensive rebounds and finishing the basket inside the paint.
A former high school MVP, Bismarck Lina, coming to the NCAA last season. Kaya lang yung season 100 ni Bismarck, he was injured to start the year. So he was only able to come in midway through the season. So we never got to see yung 100% na Bismarck Lina.
Well, it's really hard to play lalo pag galing ka ng injury. Kasi kahit fully recovered ka na dyan, yung timing mo pa sa court, yung feel mo doon sa team mo, kailangan mo pa ng oras talaga para makuha lahat ng mga bagay na yun.
Although, dahil matalinong player, ito si Bismarck Lina, there was one game na naka 20 points siya. Yun yung career high niya. And considering he wasn't even 100%, that's huge.
Yun naman yung maganda kay Bismarck Lina na alam mo na rin na veterano na rin Talagang hanap at hanap ng paraan para makakontribute sa team niya.
1 point separating the two teams. San Beda slowly cutting into this lead of JRU. And they did it with points in the paint, Renzo.
Yes, even on the defensive end, talagang doon nagsisimula Kasi hindi na nakaka-execute ng maayos itong JRU. And then right after, inaatake agad nila sa opensa.
You're right, another stop para sa San Beda. Estacio. Etule. Sahonia. And they're going down low. There is really an emphasis right now, Renzo, on feeding the beasts.
Especially after nung mga possessions na yun na 2 and 1 for Lina, isang offensive rebound. Talagang ibibigyan mo talaga siya sa ilalim hanggang figure out ng JRU kung paano nila masastop si Lina.
They're keeping their big man happy. Bismarck Lina. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the second period. Peñaverde is now in. Excuse me, that's Herrera, who's now in, wearing jersey number 88 for Jose Rizal University.
And again, JRU is trying to mix it up now in a 2-3 zone. I think to send some guys to help out on Lina down low.
Wow! Brian Sahonia sinausaw pa. Kissing it off the glass to give San Beda the lead.
Alam na alam ng guards ng San Beda kung kailan dapat umatake. Past few possessions, binigyan muna nila yung big guy nila. Medyo lumuwag na. Alam nila na kayang-kaya na nilang atakihin.
Argente has to score, and he is denied by Culdora.
And again, ready yung help defense ng San Beda para kay Argente. Yung initial defender niya na breakdown niya na pero merong help defense pa dun.
The high flyer Culdora is able to swat the shot. Albuena is also in now for San Beda. We'll take a break. Back with more NCAA action after a few reminders. Because we are here at the Mall of Asia Arena, the lovely faces, the lovely ladies will always come out and check out some exciting collegiate hoops. And we are giving a huge shout out as well to everybody watching here around the Philippines and all over the world via NCAA Philippines. Maraming salamat po mga kapuso sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta dito sa NCAA. Bola ng JRU. Inside pass. And San Beda almost getting another stop. Argente with a floater. Sean Argente.
That was a good inbound play for JRU. Pero again, yung intensity kasi on defense ng San Beda, napakaganda, napakataas. So yung recovery, nakuha pa rin ni Sahonia. That was supposed to be an open layup already.
Sahonia faking the pass, just unable to lay it in properly. Salvador.
I think it's a mismatch down low, hindi lang makita.
Argente. Pinoy step. Sean Argente slicing through 3 defenders sa pagkakataon na yun.
And even with the heavy pressure, nagawa pa rin ang paraan ni Argente yun.
And now, San Beda firing blanks.
And that was a great adjustment for JRU. They're just really trying to confuse itong San Beda offense.
Oh, what a pass! He shot Argente.
That's his 4th assist. Talking about Argente after a basket attacking that paint area again. But right now to dish out an assist for his teammate.
Napatalon yung mga bantay eh. Kasi akala titira. Speaking of titira, Jonty Miller with a triple and he cuts the JRU lead down to 233-31.
And dito rin kasi mahirap kalaban itong San Beda. Kahit gaano kaganda yung run na gawin mo, kalmadong-kalmado lang sila because they know na kaya-kaya nilang bumalik.
Meanwhile, Herrera is able to draw the foul. Sean Argente giving JRU back the lead. There's the floater. There's the Pinoy step. And assist number 4 coming right up. Dalawa yung sumabay. Easy basket para kay Panapanaan.
And that was against John E. Miller. And yun yung sinasabi natin kanina pa eh, na meron talaga naka-ready na help defense itong San Beda para kay Sean Argente. Every time he attacks that basket, ngayon, na-recognize ni Argente na talagang kahit ano mangyari, merong i-help sa akin. So, hinahanap niya na ngayon yung open guys.
Harry Angelo Herrera. Nagpapakilala na yung season 101. 2 for 2. When you have new blood on the team, Renzo, ganado sila eh.
Oh.
Guys like Herrera na nabigyan ng opportunity, they want to show out.
Of course, I'm sure matagal niya ng pangarap na makalaro sa ganito kalaking stage. Kaya ngayon na nabigyan siya ng chance, hindi niya nasasayangin to. And going up against San Beda na alam naman natin yung history na meron itong team na to. So, kailangan mo talagang laruan ng maganda yan.
Jonty Miller is the kind of player na kahit hindi niya mako-convert yung basket, ang ganda pa rin panoorin ng mga moves eh.
Oo, kasi 6'4 siya eh. Tapos, ganun ka-shifty, ganun kaganda yung mga galaw. He's not that fast, pero very deceiving yung mga galaw niya.
Went deep in his bag sa pagkakataon na yun. And Ivan Panapanaan, good effort. It's just that Jonty Miller's athletic and 6'4".
So there's really nothing you can do it. Talagang, it's either you foul him or you let him shoot.
So Jonty 2 for 2 sa pagkakataon na yun. Jonty Miller's got 10 points.
And that's a very quiet 10 points, diba? Very patient lang siya with his offense. He's not asking for the ball. Inaantay niya lang na bumagsak sa kanya yung bola.
Lorenaria. Argente. Argente. Miller with a steal. Bennett's are running. Kalimat mula sa kanto.
I think itong si Gonzalez yung pinaka-perfect na pang-matchup kay Argente kasi he really knows yung tendency ni Argente.
Tsaka mas malaki si Nigel eh, kumpara kay Sean Argente.
Yes, mas malaki ng konti pero kasing bilis lang din.
Peñaverde. Less than a minute to play here in the first half. Herrera blocked. Albuena, way to stay in front. 35-33 in favor of JRU. 6.7 seconds on the shot clock for the Heavy Bombers. Argente, the perfect guy to receive the inbound pass.
Well, that was a good read by Argente because he was supposed to come out of a staggered screen pero dinaya niya na dun pa lang sa unang screen dahil alam niya magpa-follow itong si Gonzalez.
Jonty for 3, in and out. Panapanaan. Peñaverde wisely pulls it back out. JRU will play for the last shot here in the first half. Argente contra Kalimag. And Kalimag fouls him.
And that's very smart for Kalimag and the whole San Pedro squad kasi it's a foul to give for them and they have another one to prevent the attack of JRU para sa last shot.
Substitutions here for both coaches. Sokuya checking in. Si Coldora babalik din. Coldora had that nice block earlier. Salvador naman pinasok ni Coach Nani.
I think this is a defensive lineup for San Beda and they're putting out guys na wala pang foul. I think they're gonna give up one more.
Peñaverde will throw the ball in play. Lozano cutting to the paint. Lozano turns, fires, too strong. Sayang ang pagkakataon na yun. That was a good cut by Lozano. But he's getting encouragement from the entire coaching staff. Coach Yuri Escueta and his staff have a lot of things to talk about as they are trailing JRU 37-33 at the end of 2. You're watching NCAA Season 101, Building Greatness.